Hi, today we're going to be making toum, which is a Lebanese garlic spread. It's a lot like mayonnaise, except a lot more potent. You always get it in those little 2-ounce plastic containers when you get takeout mixed grill for 2, but now you can have as much as you want. You can make it yourself. It's super easy. Because toum is basically just a garlic paste, I like to start with the best garlic I can find. We actually did side-by-side testing and everyone could tell the difference between good, sticky farmer's market garlic and the dry stuff from the grocery store. Another important step is to remove the garlic germ. The garlic germ is just a sprout that runs down the middle of the garlic. You can see it here. It has a lot of those like really pungent, harsh flavors. So it's helpful to take it out. When your garlic is older, you can even see that it's like green and it pops right out. This is younger garlic, but it's still good to carve it out. You're gonna be like, there's nothing there, but we did a bunch of side-by-side tasting and everyone could tell. I'm gonna start by making a really smooth paste with my garlic in the food processor. You need a lot of garlic for this, but don't worry, it keeps. And I'm adding some kosher salt. The kosher salt is gonna help break down the plant tissues in the garlic even more by giving it some abrasiveness. So I'm gonna just take my time and pulse it until it's smooth, scraping down the sides of the bowl as needed. Okay, so in the beginning, it's gonna kind of splatter around the sides, but I just keep scraping and blending and it will get there. So now that I've got this finely chopped, I'm gonna add a splash of lemon juice to help it blend a little better. So it's important not to add all the lemon juice at once because then it's just the garlic's just gonna splatter around the bowl. So you wanna get it broken down first before you start adding a little bit at a time. I'm gonna add about 1/2 cup of oil at a time, slowly drizzling. And then once that's emulsified, I'm gonna add a spoonful of lemon juice and then just go back and forth until we get a really nice and thick toum. Okay, so this is where we're at after our first addition of oil, so you can tell it's already getting thicker. If you want it really, really potent, I guess you could stop now, but it's pretty killer right now. So now most of the oil's in, so you can tell it's getting really thick. Okay, so now the toum is all done and you can see it's super thick, really fluffy. Toum! I made that look pretty easy, right? Well, it's just as easy to break. If you don't start with a nice smooth garlic puree, and if you add your oil too quickly or overwhelm the base with too much lemon juice or water, your toum will break. Luckily, there's a solution. So I'm gonna empty out my food processor of the broken emulsion and then just return about 1/4 cup back into the food processor along with 1 egg white to help bring our emulsion back together, just like a mayonnaise. Once you process together the 1/4 cup of toum along with the egg white until it's nice and fluffy, we're gonna slowly drizzle back in the broken emulsion, and there you have it. It'll come right back together, be fluffy and thick, and there's no reason to waste it. Rise from the toum. Your toum's gonna rise from the toum. It's a tumultuous time here at Serious Eats. I guess you can't have too much toum. Toum Raider. Toum bop, ba toum. Yeah, yeah, toum bop, ba. Make sure that when you're eating this, you don't have plans to make out after.